Alright, hello. I don't know what I'm filming for this video. I don't like the way my makeup looks. Today is just an absolute mess. You can see my you know, we're gonna roll with this, okay? We're gonna deal with what is going on in this scenario. I really don't know why I'm sitting down to film this right now. Well, I do know why, because I don't have a main channel video, aka this video, and I have no ideas. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit here and see what fucking comes, because I really don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. So if you're ready to watch a video that isn't planned or have any, a video that doesn't have like any direction, give this video a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down, because I'm a sucky YouTuber. And of course, if I'm filming, you know the cat's coming out and you know she's gonna meow the whole time. So hey, you know, shit quality, shit vid, shit me. Also, if you missed the end of not last week's video, the week before that, the Fuck, Marry, Kill video, I have a treadmill in my living room. Deal with it. It's broken. It's here. This is where I film because it's the best light, and you're just gonna have to deal with it because this place has the best lighting and I can't change it. That thing is like 7 million pounds, so yeah, we ain't moving it. I'm also waiting for a phone call from my mother because I want to get my hair done today, but you know, this is like vlog channel stuff. I don't want to be like vlog channel. What should we talk about, mamacita? You know what? Well, this is gonna be, I'm sitting here thinking, there's a couple things that I want to talk about that I've made videos on before and I just haven't uploaded. I think they're really shit quality. They're like worse than what this is gonna be. So I just like hate the way they are, and I just hate everything that they are. Also, if you can hear my washer, sorry, I have to do the laundry. There are things that I want to talk about that I haven't talked about in videos before. Well, I've talked about them in videos, but like not explained stories. So if I just do like a short little video on here explaining stuff that I've talked about in other videos that I'm never gonna upload. So the first thing that the first thing I want to talk about is I filmed a video about, I can't speak. I filmed a video about like the meaning behind the channel, the name for the channel, a YouTube story, which it's really stupid. I started editing it and I was like, this is fucking garbage. So pretty much I've had like a million YouTube channels. I started in June of 2008, so I've been on YouTube for 9 years now. And I started on an account called Joe Love Him Jonas. It was a Jonas Brothers account. I made lots of friends, and then I went on to an account, I believe the next one was Ashley X Hearts X U, then Face It Be Strong, and then I think now we're at, there's like a couple more in between. I can't think of the names right now, but yeah, there was a million different YouTube channels. You'd get sick of one and just make a new one and then have all your friends message you there. I use YouTube more as like a friend social media platform than for uploading videos. I did upload videos, but I didn't like, I don't know, pursue video? I don't know. It was more like for me to talk and make friends, so that's what I kind of used YouTube for. And then I was talking with a guy to like, this is like the explanation of my channel now. I was talking with a guy and his middle name was Myles with a Y, so M-Y-L-E-S. And then obviously there was Myles Between Us and like Myles Between everyone on YouTube. So I stuck with Myles Between Us, and I didn't like it without the X, so I added in an X, so that's how I got Myles Between Us X to be my username. It's a simple story. I kind of want to explain like our situation, him and me, because as I said, there were a lot of situations in YouTube where I met a lot of fake people. Obviously, it's the internet. Pretty much every single person that I talked to on YouTube was like a catfish or someone who was fake. I'm gonna do a whole catfish series, but I've decided that after filming the first one that it's just like a complete mess. So I would date guys on YouTube. Started off with Alex. It was like about a year-long relationship, and it was just bullshit. I literally tried to meet him, you know, in a very safe environment, as at a mall. My mom went with me. I had 2 friends with me. Like, we were very safe about it. I didn't want my mom there, but she forced herself with us, kind of, obviously. And so pretty much he was a very rude, very awful person. He called me very, very bad names, and he was a very mean person. He also threatened me and my parents. He would call here, my home phone, because I gave him my home phone, at like 3 in the morning just to piss my parents off because he didn't like my parents. He was not nice. He was bad. He was a catfish. I'm pretty sure it was a girl. Even though we were talking on the phone, he didn't sound like a girl. I'm pretty sure it was a girl named Starlove. Like, what kind of fucking name is that? But, I mean, what's new? And he pretended to be a white guy, and I'm pretty sure he was black. Not that I care, but just saying, like, why lie about your race? Like, are you kidding me? But anyways, and then we had like relationship-wise. The next person I started talking to was a guy named, I didn't date this guy, but his name was Michael. Mikey, we called him Mikey. He was a kid from North Carolina. Not actually from North Carolina, he's from Maryland. I did find the real him. But there's a story, big long story with him. So pretty much I was talking to this kid Mikey, thought he was hot. He's actually like a model. His model thing is like Sean something, I don't know. I messaged the actual model guy on Facebook and said, hey, there was a guy who was stealing your pictures a while ago, just so you know, like be careful, like, you know. He was using those pictures and he wasn't interested in me. He was interested in another girl who was also a catfish, who I know what her real name is now, years later. And so I was talking with him and then he's like, whatever. And like one day I was like, hey, Mikey, hook me up with one of your friends. And he's like, okay, just because like we were close. We kind of like were like brother and sister in the fact that we would just like bicker and hit heads and like we didn't like get along, but we got along because we were friends. Really, it's whatever. And he ended up giving a guy named Joe, aka Joseph Miles, aka where my username came from. And so I was talking to Joe, but it was on the same number as Mikey. Like, are you fucking dumb? But at the same time, if you go back, I hit my face. The real Mikey, like the real person who I found on Facebook, if you go back to the time in his Facebook where I was talking with him and Joe, he was like away doing military things. Like he was actually like doing military things. I don't know if he was Marines, Army, Navy, I don't fucking know. He was in like doing military. So like he could have left his iPod at home with someone, which makes sense, or he like, or it could have just been him. I don't know. That's the thing I won't ever find out. He won't tell me. I've asked him, the real him. So I was talking to a kid named Joe. We would literally talk on the phone every day. Not this phone, not my cell phone. Talk on the phone. We would video chat, except I would be the only one who video chatted. We were like this, and then he hit me with the, my mom died. Like, fuck. And then we got hit with the, Mikey died, and we were like, the whole community, like, and like my friends in real life, we were like, oh shit, because like, we were all friends. Like Joe would talk to everyone, like my friends in real life, or my cheer team. Like he literally like talked to everyone, like he was best friends with them. Hit us with the, Mikey died. Mikey didn't die, okay? I got in trouble at school, and my teachers would tell me to go talk to the counselor about it. Yes, my teachers knew about it. Fucking awful, right? Embarrassing, more like it. We were like two peas in a pod. We were on and off for 2 years, and when we were off, I dated a kid named Brendan, who was from Canada, who just randomly disappeared. There was a kid named Dylan, a kid named Liam, Jack, who was, I think was Skylar, who Skylar's real name is, okay, Skylar's story is like, he started off as Matt, then he moved to Elijah, because that was the person whose picture he was using, so he pretended to be him, and then he moved on to Skylar, and then Skylar moved on to Trevor. This was only a few years ago. His name was Trevor. And then I got a message from another kid named Carter saying that Trevor was not who he said he was. I actually ended up finding the person's pictures who Trevor was using, and I'm pretty sure the whole thing, it was a girl named Valerie, because when I called her out on her bullshit, she was like, block, and I was like, bitch, I'm not fucking dumb. So yeah, that was, I've actually contacted Catfish too, like the real TV show, and they said, hey, just email MTV and you'll be on the show, and I was like, and then I just didn't do anything. And that was for Joe, because I wanted to know if Joe was Joe. Like I still have no idea if Joe is like a different person. I found the person whose pictures Joe was. His real name is Ryan. He's got super long hair now, I don't know. But I don't know if that person is like, if Mikey was the person being everyone or what. Like, I don't know the situation. And the last catfish I had was a guy named Zach, who actually mailed me stuff in the mail. Actually, I don't know if his real name is Zach. I don't know anything, but he actually is from North Carolina. I don't know if that's the right word, to go for a lot of kids from North Carolina on YouTube. I don't know why. Well, obviously Joe wasn't actually from North Carolina, he was from Maryland. I still don't fully understand these situations, so I can't like fully explain the situation. The last person I ever online dated, you'd think after the first one I would have stopped, but like I was infatuated with like talking with someone, was a kid named, at the time his first name was Seth. I gave him my friend from school's address, and he would like send her stuff in the mail for me. So he wrote me like 2 super long letters. The last one I got, the day before I got it, we broke up for the last time ever. Like, we stopped dating after that. The relationship was like 6 to 8 months long or whatever. And he sent me a necklace in the mail as well, and like a letter. It was like the cringiest thing I ever read in my entire life. Like, it makes me want to vomit. And anyone who reads it was like, oh my god, that's so cute. I'm like, no, that's fucking vomit worthy. It's so bad. He's like, I love the way you do this. Like, no, shut up. Like, stop. Ugh. Yeah, it's very embarrassing. He made me do things that I didn't want to do either. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm like embarrassed by it, but it's not things that I'm proud of, not like anything bad. Like, well, it's kind of bad, but not like very bad. I did stupid shit, okay? Again, I don't know who this kid is. I have his phone number memorized. Like, like if you told me to recite this guy's number, I could tell you it. I don't want to do it because I actually messaged the number for both that number, like Zach's number, and then like the Skylar, Trevor, whatever, all those guys, whatever his name is. I actually messaged both of them, and they actually are real people now. They're not like catfish people. I question them like, hey, how are you? And they're like, who's this? I'm like, well, first off, who's this? This number's in my phone and I don't know what it is. Kind of situation. I didn't say how are you? I like started off like, who is this? This number's in my phone. I got this, and I'm like trying to figure out this number, like type of situation. They're like, oh, my name's like Kevin or something. And actually one of them added me on Instagram somehow. Don't remember what his name is, who he is, whatever. Not a big deal. He was a mess. That was a very bad one. He wouldn't let me talk to any guys, and he just lied out of his asshole. I also did all his math homework for him because I was very smart at math, and he would send me pictures of his book, like his textbook, and make me do all the math problems because he didn't know how to do them. And then when I started taking the same class he was, I knew all the answers to everything, and my teacher thought I was really smart. Except I had just taught myself everything by doing his homework. Those are like my catfish stories. There's one more. His name is Sean. He was like my brother. He dated a girl whose name on YouTube was Peyton, but her real name is Jamie. She's a really cool girl. We're friends. We haven't talked in a while, but like we follow each other on Snapchat and Instagram and all that shit. Friends on Facebook. She was dating Sean. I liked Sean, liked Sean, and then she came over. So at first we hated each other, but now we are like cool. But he was like my other half. Again, same situation with Joe and Mikey. I was like, Sean, you don't like me, hook me up with one of your friends. He hooked me up with a kid named Brandon, not the same as Brendan. His name is Brandon. And I found both the real person that Sean was using in his pictures as well as the real person of Brandon, I believe. One's kid, I don't remember. I think their real names were Andrew and Ian, but that's obviously not who they are because I messaged both of them and they didn't respond. Well, actually, the Andrew guy did, and I was like, hey, is this guy you? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay. Because it was like the YouTube was linked to the real Facebook, so I don't know what the whole situation was or is. And like the real Sean, or the Sean face or YouTube actually had videos, so it's like, and then if you go to Andrew's Facebook, you can see the videos are from there. He was like a little teeny body. We were like 11, okay? There was a lot of drama in that friendship as well, and relationship with Brandon. Brandon was hooking up with another girl named Ashley, and he would like really play me. I post about it either like a lot. All of these relationships come in my Facebook like on this day, and it's just like the cringiest thing ever. Like right now, I was in the, oh my god, I can't wait to webcam with Joe tonight, and at the same time I'm like, but I'm dating Jack. I'm like, I was like such a fucking hoe and a player, whatever, you know. So my life, I can't trust people now because of all of that situation. Like all my relationships were like fake people or fake things, so I don't count them as relationships anymore. Like it was it was my high school life. 2008 to 2012, that was my high school, and that's when I was on YouTube making the friends, doing the thing, and they just like fucked with my mind. So now I don't like trust anyone, and now I just like love people, like example Marcus Kirby, you know, you guys know him, and things like that, because I don't trust real people in real life. Everyone in my life is just like, Ashley, you need a relationship, you need to fall in love, and I'm just like, I can't do that because people fucked my brain. You know, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about with you guys, because people are always wondering like my catfish stories and stuff like that. I get questions about it all the time. Obviously there's a lot more detail to the stories, but I just wanted to film a quick video because I need a video to film, and I don't feel like I could do a whole series on like go through the whole situations with everyone, but it's like there's so many catfishes and all the stories are so complex. There was really, like one person was 5 different people. Like Alex was 5 different people. He was a kid named, it was Alex, there was Keisha, there was Starlove, there was Jose, and there was Trisha, something like that, Alicia, I don't know, something. There's a lot of moving parts to all the stories, and they all get very complex, very complicated. It's just like my brain, it's time to move on, but you kind of want to share your stories to tell people, hey, don't fuck up. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little like rambly, catfishy type video. I don't really know what it is, to be honest. I'm gonna head out for the day and, you know, possibly do some shit. You know, I don't know what the fucking situation is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys all next week. Love ya. See ya. Peace. Bye.